Chance of South. Oh, there. Julie going to win it right in. Down.
This is a JBZ production. JBZ back with another one. Does Amir Kahn have a chance against Terrence Crawford? Good question. Because what holds Amir Kahn from being elite is his chin. The guy got fast hands, good movement, good jab. Doesn't have knockout power. He has average power. But that guy's boxing skills are excellent. Excellent boxing skills. The only thing that holds him back is his chin. You look at the Canelo fight, Kahn was right in there until Canelo started landing some shots. He landed a flush shot that took Amir Kahn out. Hit the canvas and he was not getting up. You look at the Danny Garcia fight. He was doing well in that fight until he got caught. And the Prescott fight, he just got blown out. That just happened. He just got blown out. That's when he got exposed. But that was a younger Amir Kahn. Amir Khan's 32, 33, been knocked out a couple of times, been dazed, wobbled, hurt a gang of times. So we all wonder what kind of Amir Khan will come to the ring. It was Amir Khan that fought Canelo and Danny Garcia. He's going to be in a fight. He's going to have the hand speed slightly over Terrence Crawford. But Terrence Crawford has great timing. And that's the thing I worry about when you fight. If I'm in Amir Khan's corner, that's what I'll be worried about. And if about the 6th or 7th round, I think he's going to catch him. And I already picked Terrence Crawford to win the fight. About 7th, 8th round, I think he's going to TKO him. But I still think Amir Khan's a live dog in this fight just because of his boxing ability. The big question is, can he protect himself for not getting caught? And another thing about Amir Khan, he wears down the second half of the fight. So is he going to have himself in better condition for the Terrence Crawford fight? From what I'm hearing, he's already training for the Terrence Crawford fight. So hopefully he's in better condition and don't overtrain. But I do think Amir Khan's a live dog in this fight. Amir Khan's, like I said before, he's an exceptional boxer. He's fought the elite, so he's been in there with elite competition. I gotta take my hats off to that because he hasn't ducked anybody. He'll fight anybody. He called out Errol Spence. Errol Spence declined and rather take another fight than Amir Khan, because a lot of people realize Amir Khan is dangerous because he could box your ears off. He'll be competitive. Well, I don't know about now because we don't know what state of his athleticism or his what state of the prime he's in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a while. So I think it'll be an interesting fight for Terrence, and Terrence better be careful and don't underestimate Kahn. Even though I'm picking him to win by TKO, Amir Kahn is very formidable. And another reason I'm picking Terrence Crawford to win the fight, and he's trying to look impressive, is because what Keith Thurman's been saying. A lot of these welterweights don't have respect for Terrence Crawford. They don't think he's a real welterweight. And they talking shit behind his back, but they won't fight him. It's kind of weird, kind of punkish, but I mean, that's how it is these days. A lot of talking, not enough boxing. So Keith Thurman goes in and says he's not a legit fighter and, legit welterweight, actually. And he said he should fight someone like Amir Khan. And that's what Terrence Crawford's doing. Terrence Crawford's listening to all the shit talking and stuff like that. He's trying to make a statement. He's trying to eliminate everybody And then all that's left is those PBC fighters. That's what Terrence Crawford's trying to do. He does, and I commend him for that, win or loss. If he loses down the road, I still commend him for that, because he's trying to fight the best, but he's being froze out. And that's the only reason I have him the top pound-for-pound fighter. I got Canelo over him, slight edge to Canelo, because Canelo's his resume it's just better. It's just better. He got access to better competition. And part of that is because Canelo's a pay-per-view star and Terrence Crawford's not. Fighters don't want to take that risk of fighting Terrence Crawford and losing their O, which I don't understand, because back in the 80s and 90s, it was a lot of great legend fighters that lost fights. 2 or 3 fights, and they still in the Hall of Fame. One of the best boxers, the best boxers to ever grace this earth, have lost fights. Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, they all have lost fights. And Terrence Crawford is willing to take that risk to fight the best. The PBC fighters, and people say I'm hard on them, but it's true. They trying to save that O, except Danny Garcia doesn't want to lose another fight, and that's why he's cherry picking right now. But the other fighters don't want to lose an O, so they don't lose their undefeated record, so they're picking and choosing their spots of who to fight and who not to fight. And that's how you lose. Because you're going to run into a wrong cherry, and that cherry's going to knock you out or beat you. That's just how it goes. So I commend Terrence Crawford for that, because a lot of fighters don't want to fight Amir Kahn. Errol Spence being one of them. And I think he's trying to prove all those guys wrong. And he's trying to eliminate everybody. So you know what? This is me. Now what's up? Let's do this. That's what he's trying to do. And I commend him for that. And I think Errol Spence was right when he made that statement that Keith Thurman's energy is different when he's not around. See, Keith Thurman talks shit when all these fighters not around, but when they right there in his grill, he's all jokingly and all this other stuff, laughing, giggling, got the Colgate whites out, and then when he's not around, he's straight gangster with it, he's talking all this smack, and that's the thing. Keith Thurman likes to talk. He's a good talker. He should have his own talk show. When he's done with boxing, he should have his own talk show, because he loves to talk, and he talks very well. But when it comes to ducking competition, he does that well too. And it seems like Keith Thurman's out for the money now. So he wants to fight. And in their craft, they should get the money they deserve. They should fight for money. But at the same time, you should be fighting the best. He's ducked Errol Spence. He's pretty much ducking Crawford. He's not gonna fight those guys in 2020, and that's Keith. And that's the thing about Keith Thurman. He's more money driven than anything now. He doesn't want to be the best. He just is out for the money. He's trying to be the next Floyd Mayweather, like the rest of those PBC fighters, and it shows. So when Errol Spence called him out like that, he's right. I agree with him. Because when he was in Fox and he was doing those interviews and stuff like that, he was all joking with him and stuff like that. Now when he's not around, he's like, yeah, we're gonna fight and do this. Come on, man. We all see it. We all see what you're doing, Keith. And to be honest, I'm not really looking forward to that fight anymore. It's pretty much, I think Errol Spence is moving up in a year to 154, and next year, Thurman to be 32, 33, they're getting up there in age. People don't realize that. These fighters are not going to be that good forever. Pacquiao's an anomaly. See, Terrence Crawford's a different breed. He's going for respect as well as money, but he wants respect. He wants to be great. He's going for legacy. There's 3 fighters right now that are going for daring to be great and going for legacy. And that is Canelo Alvarez, Mikey Garcia, and Terrence Crawford. Those 3 right now are going for legacy, undisputed, the best, the greatest ever to get in the ring. And that's what those guys are going for. The other guys, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman, Gervonta Davis, all those guys are going for is money, motivated by money, which is nothing wrong with it. But why not go put legacy, get legacy to go with it? Fight the best. People will respect you more with a loss if it was a legit loss to an elite fighter than if you're trying to build this record up and then you fight somebody, a nobody, and you lose. You lose. People don't respect that. They respect fighters that fight the best. Regardless what happens in the outcome, you fought a legit fighter, an elite fighter, and you lose, it happens. It happens to the best. Like I said, it happens to the best fighters ever. The greatest fighters ever have lost, except Rocky Marciano. And you got a couple of fighters in lower weight class divisions, 50 or something and old, but they didn't fight anybody because there was nobody in their weight class to fight. So that's it in a nutshell. Terrence Crawford's daring to be great. Mikey Garcia's daring to be great. Canelo's daring to be great. He's fighting. He has access to all the middleweights and super middleweights, and he's taking advantage of it. Now, I love that card they was talking about. Jaime Munguia versus Jermell Charlo, and they have Canelo versus Jermall Charlo. I love that card if it goes down. But first, Jermell Charlo has to get his title back from Harrison. That's first business. And then in September, maybe that could go down. There's a lot of possible fights in September. You have Mikey Garcia versus... If Mikey wins, you have him against Pacquiao. You can have Thurman against Pacquiao. You can have Errol Spence against Porter. Then you have this fight right here. The Charlo brothers versus Jaime Munguia and Canelo Alvarez. So in a nutshell, I appreciate Garcia, Alvarez, and Crawford for fighting the best that they can. Canelo fighting Danny Jacobs, the best middleweight out there. He could have fought somebody else and made a lot of money, but he's dedicated to fighting the best. I appreciate that. Garcia, I appreciate him fighting Errol Spence. I don't think Errol Spence is the best welterweight out there, but it is a formidable challenge. And I appreciate Crawford fighting the best that's out there for him right now because he doesn't have access to the other welterweights in the division because they're on different promotional companies. So I appreciate all that. Those guys are trying to be great. And that's all I got to say about that for right now. I think this video's ran a little too long anyway. JBZ, I'm out. Leave your comments at the bottom. Please subscribe. Peace.